It's been a while since I made a video, so I thought a good way to get back into it would be a simple day in the life. Made the breakfast ready to go. I typically try to do better breakfast for Sundays. Sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich. Otherwise, during the work week, it's just cereal and milk, the regular. I work for the Park Service, so I'm here at Rocky Mountain National Park. This is park housing, the place that I'm in. I do historic preservation, and I work 4/10s, so Monday through Thursday, 10-hour days, which means I get 3-day weekends, which is really nice. The long days are a little tiring, but overall, 3-day weekends is totally worth it. I got a lot of things to do today. I'm gonna bring you guys along. There's one thing that Sundays always mean, especially because Taylor's at work. She works on Sundays, and it's the beginning of my week, or the day before the beginning of my week, and that's chores. So that means I have to clean those, I have to take that out to the recycling, I have to clean all those clothes. I'll also probably vacuum and tidy some things up. Other Sunday things, exercise. I need to get a smaller bills to do the laundry because we have quarter operated machines. I'm also gonna roast some coffee today and pre-pack some sample packs that I'm gonna give to different work groups around work tomorrow. I started a coffee roasting brand a couple months ago, and I just need to be better at putting it in front of people's faces, so that's why I'm gonna pre-pack a bunch of sample packs today. But before we do any of that, I need to make some coffee. I'm brewing coffee today with a fin. This is a fin, this metal setup. It is a Vietnamese method of brewing coffee, which typically utilizes Robusta coffee beans, and that's why if you see at the bottom of my glass, there's a dollop of sweetened condensed milk. So in the end, it creates a sweet coffee that's also bold, and you still get that coffee flavor through it. Best iced and as a milk drink. I made a short on how to brew with a fin. You can check it out if you want to try it yourself. And while that's brewing, if anyone's interested in what government housing looks like here at a national park, I'll give you a little tour. This is in the apartments. It's a 2-bedroom setup, and it all comes furnished. Pretty basic, but pretty nice. Rocky is sort of known for having poor condition housing, but it's generally fine when you consider that it's government housing. And if you take care of it and you decorate it like we have, it can actually be pretty nice. A few things you might be curious about. Yes, you still have to pay rent, although it is cheaper than living like somewhere in town, and the things like utilities and stuff is included in the rent and all that, which is pretty nice. It's also kind of cool because you live in a little community. So like you see, you have regular houses over there. There's tiny homes up there. That's the laundromat, which I'll show you later. There's also RV sites over there, and these are apartments. There's 3 apartments and a line down this row. So it's a pretty cool mixed housing community. Everyone's a park employee, so you kind of have a pretty cool community feel. Decided dishes should be first so I can get it off my mind, get it checked off the list. Alright, with that done, it's time to do some of the other tasks, which means going outside. It's not looking very nice today. It's been threatening to rain all day. Not very sunny, but we're gonna try to get a workout in. Honestly, the weather is closing in, and it's supposed to get nicer later. You can see it's just gonna get cloudy and then sunny. So let's switch it up a little bit and do some of the coffee roasting now instead of later. My coffee roasting process starts with measuring out about 1 pound of beans. I usually go a little over 1 pound and then work my way down. You can see the difference between good beans on the top and bad beans on the bottom. I gotta pick out all the bad beans. And then there it is right at the start of the roast. It just tumbles and heats it. All right, while the coffee's roasting, I figured it'd be a good time to talk about the coffee brand. So, Sean's Coffee Roasting Co. I started roasting coffee over a year ago with just a hand roaster over a flame, and decided I wanted to turn it into something. I went ahead and did 2 roasts, Daily Driver, which is this one, and Race Fuel. Race Fuel has Robusta coffee beans in it. It's a blend, but it has Robusta coffee beans in it, which makes for a much more bold roast. It's a little more nutty, chocolatey. It's not as fruity as like an Arabica. And it also has twice the caffeine and twice the antioxidants. That's why I called it Race Fuel. But I didn't just want it to be, you know, automotive themed names. I wanted it to include something else, and I came up with putting a trading card inside each bag. In each bag there's a vintage automotive trading card, and it sticks inside there, so when you open it up you get an automotive trading card. Each one's unique, and I'm actually working on custom trading cards for the fall. I'm also working on a fall roast, which is cinnamon bun flavor, and that's the first time I've announced that. So there's full bags, there's single serve packs of 3, with each little pack is 20 grams. I've also come up with the Garage Bulletin. It is a monthly newsletter, just a simple piece of paper. It's mailed as a letter in an envelope, and it also comes with a automotive trading card in each one. So check out the website. I'll leave everything linked in the description. Try it out. Leave some suggestions or things I should do down in the comments. Thanks for listening. This is about halfway through the roasting process, and then this one is about a minute before it's done. And here it is, freshly roasted, ready to go. Next up is filling out all the labels and all the information, and then filling each bag with 20 grams, because these are the single serve packs. All right, that took a very long time. It's now about lunchtime, but it's good that we got that out of the way, and now I have a lot of samples to share with coworkers. I'm also gonna put a few in the laundry room, and I've got a few that I'm gonna give to my boss. Now, finally, I think it's time to go exercise, get smaller bills for the laundry, and then do the laundry. In the summer, this is a great spot to go to get a little workout in. It's an outdoor exercise area. These outdoor workout areas are perfect for body weight stuff, so push-ups, some mountain climbers, some of these sort of pull-up workout things. So this is Lake Estes, and there's a trail around the whole thing. It's about 3.5 miles, so if you want to do a running day, you can do 5K really easily, or there's multiple little exercise areas, and it's like 0.35 miles to the first one, so jog to it, warm up, do an exercise, walk or jog back. There's really no better place to work out with the view like this. It's one of the really good things about Estes is there's a lot of outdoor space. Obviously the national park is here, but the town itself has a ton of parks, a ton of spaces like this, and it can get pretty crowded. I've had a lot of times kids will come to that exercise area because it does look like a playground, but it's not that big of a deal. And you saw earlier, a lot of tourists come, and the elk like to hang out, so there's a lot of elk. But sometimes you just have to be a tourist when a monster elk like that comes up. Even people who've lived here their whole life, that's something that's really cool to see. So obviously it's super crowded here in the summers. Towards the end of the summer it dies down a lot because school starts again, but then around this time it picks back up because the elk rut's starting, the leaves are changing colors. So plus there's a festival or a little arts and crafts fair, so there's a lot of tourists this weekend. I mean, it's a tourist town, the national park's here. So I just talked about how there's a lot of outdoor space around here. This is kind of like their park area. The rec center's up there, that building. And they just paved a new basketball court, outdoor basketball court, and adding more pickleball courts over there. There's tennis over there and a skate track down there, and past that is a pump track for your bike. Over there is soccer fields, baseball fields, and then the view of the lake. It's hard to beat. I will say a lot of people have a problem with some of the tourists in that situation that I reported earlier, where the elk were all over the walking path, because they just get too close. They have their phone in front of their face and they don't realize they're 3-4 feet away from a calf, a young elk, and they're wild animals. You don't know what they're gonna do. So if you come here for a vacation or whatever, you see elk, give them space, plenty of space, more than you think. Alright, I had to stop at Safeway to exchange my 20 for 4 or 5 so I can get quarters for laundry, which is next on the list. Quarters acquired. Let's try this again. I don't think I need to bring you with me. You know how laundry goes. All right, everything on the list is checked off besides laundry, but laundry is in the wash right now. I'm kind of realizing why I stopped making videos, actually, because it's like when you're trying to make a video, your mind is only on making the video, and it's like you're not living in first person almost. Like with the Jeep install stuff, sometimes I just like to install the parts on the Jeep and enjoy doing it and not have to worry about the camera. But speaking of that, I have a lot of things that are gonna really level up the Jeep, and I am gonna make a video because I think it'll be fun. So I'm actually gonna jump in the shower. By the time I'm done with the shower, the clothes should be done in the wash. I'll switch it to the dryer. And on Sunday nights, we always do potlucks at the apartment next to this one. So everyone brings a bunch of food, and it's like a big feast on Sunday night, every single Sunday, and it's pretty sweet. Not sure what we're gonna bring yet, but I think I'm gonna grill some chicken for meal prep for the week. So the video's not completely over. I'll do a little bit more updates later, but leave in the comments down below if you wanna see a day in the life of what I do at work, or just any other video ideas you'd like to see. I definitely haven't used living here in Estes to my advantage when it comes to making videos, because I know a lot of people want to see what the park is like, what the campgrounds are like, what the town itself is like. So if you want to see something specific like that, leave them down in the comments and I could do it. But anyway, it's time to hit the shower, and I'll pick it up when I'm grilling. Thanks for watching. That's the end of the day in the life because I don't want to record anymore. Taylor's back from work. The laundry's done. We got the entire checklist done. The only thing left to do today is do the potluck up there, and that's about it. Got the laundry and everything. Maybe I'll do a clip or two, but that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Do the stuff on your plate first so you can make space. All right.